So hello children, now today geography second part we are going to start, as first part we have done of chapter 4 air. Okay, so without wasting, we should not waste much of the time, we should come to the topic. Now, significance of the atmosphere, children. So here are some of the points we are going to read and study. As the first point, it is given in your book, the act as a blanket and protect us from the harmful ultraviolet rays of the sun. As already we have discussed, children, this atmosphere which we are talking about, a blanket of the atmosphere that protect us from the ultraviolet rays from the sun, which is very harmful for us. The second point, the carbon dioxide that helps the plant to produce their own food. As we know that plants, they make their own food by the photosynthesis process. So carbon dioxide help to plant to make their own food. It helps in keeping the earth warm and nitrogen is essential for observing heat. So it helps the keeping earth warm and observing the heat. The presence of oxygen and nitrogen is very essential for survival. Whomsoever we means on the earth, that for them nitrogen and oxygen is very important. And growth of both animal and plant. Okay, the water vapor is the atmosphere leads to precipitation and influence weather and climate. Now children, the question is that what is weather and climate? And I know that you all are always confused to understand what is weather and what is climate. So next topic is weather and climate. You must read the book also, children. If you will not read the book, then no doubts will be there. Weather and climate are the two most often used terms in our life. Okay, weather is the atmospheric condition, children, in a small area over a short period of time. Always remember, weather we always use for the for short period of time. Okay, atmosphere, we are talking about atmospheric condition. Okay, weather we use for the atmospheric condition in a small area over a short period of time. While if you are talking about the term of the climate, children, so it refers to average weather condition, means one kind of weather. Suppose that cold or hot weather, but it is for the long period of time. Okay, that particular condition exists for the long period of time, it about 30 years we can say. So that we says that climate. So this is the difference between weather and climate. Understood? Children, weather may change. Okay, weather may change at short intervals. It might be windy at one time of the day or sunny and humid at another point of the time. Means weather, it can be changed within an hour, within a minute. So suppose that it's right now it's sunny and after some time it will be cloudy. Nowadays whether you are watching that sometime it start raining and after just few minutes it's just sunny, and after that we start feeling humid. So these all are the example of the weather, children. Understood? But if you are talking about the climate, children, so climate of any place is of a permanent nature. Okay, as we are already saying, for 30 years, if any of the means weather condition we are talking about, that average condition, it for the long period of time, it's about 30 years. So for same we are talking that the climate of any of the place is a permanent nature. India has experienced tropical type of climate or Sri Lanka enjoy equatorial type of climate. The elements that influence the weather and climate are temperature, pressure, wind, humid, precipitation, sunshine, and cloudiness. So these are these are the elements which influence the weather and climate. Understood? Again I am repeating, the elements that influence the weather and climate are temperature, pressure, winds, humidity, precipitation, sunshine, and cloudiness. So I think you understand what is weather and what is climate. Now one by one their elements we will discuss. So we will start with the temperature here. So temperature refers the degree. Temperature means it's refer the degree of hotness and coldness. That we are talking about the temperature of the air. Means in air, okay, we refers means temperature refers the degree of hotness and coldness of the air. Now what is the main source of these? So the main source of this heat is the isolation or the amount of solar energy. Understood? The main source of this heat is isolation or the amount of solar energy which received by the earth. From where it received, children? It received by the earth. The amount of heat which depends upon the latitudinal location of any place. Understood? Again I am telling, the main source of this heat is isolation or the amount of solar energy. Understood, children? Which is received by the earth. Understood? The amount of heat, it depends upon the latitudinal location of any place. It is higher in place near the equator and decreases polewards. Okay, its temperature we are talking about, it's higher in place near the equator and decreases decreases polewards. The amount of isolation received differ. Okay, the amount of isolation that received the differs, and from season to season, and also between day and night. Of course, children, it will be differ from seasons to season, and if you will compare from day to night. Okay. The temperature of any place also depend upon its height above sea level and its distance from the sea. The temperature of any place, children, that depends on the height above the sea level and the distance also from the sea. Places located near the sea will experience moderate temperature. Means not too hot, not too cold. Moderate temperature means not too hot, not too cold. So whatever the places near the sea, that all experience moderate temperature. But children, here as we have discussed that whatever the places which is located near sea level, that those places experience moderate temperature. But those away from the sea, means those places which is located away from the sea will generally experience extreme of temperature of any, that is cold or hot. Okay, whatever the places away from sea, so those places experience extreme of temperature. Is it clear? Of course, the temperature recording are never slowly depend on any one factor. Various factors affects the climate of a place. Yes, of course, the temperature recording are never solely depend on one factor. That's the various factors are the reason, we can say, which is affected the climate of a place. So various factors which is affected the climate of a place. So those are wind, ocean currents, slope of lands, vegetation covers are the other factors that influence the temperature recording. Is it clear? So there is not only one kind of any of the factors which affect the climates. There are various factors. Okay, now the thermometer is used to measure the atmospheric temperature. Okay, the instrument which we are talking, which it is measuring the temperature. So what is that? That is the thermometer is used to measure the atmospheric temperature on a Celsius scale. Now children, air pressure. Atmospheric pressure can be defined as the pressure exerted by the weight of air on the Earth's surface. Air, children, that exert the pressure on the Earth's surface. Air exert the pressure on the all object on the Earth. Whatever the object on the earth children available, the air exerted the pressure on them. This is because air above us exerted pressure on the lower layer. That's the reason, as we have read the layers of the atmosphere. So that is it saying, this is the because air, as we are saying, all the object on the earth, air exerts pressure on all object on the earth. How is it possible, children? Because of the lowest layer of the atmosphere. Okay, what is that? Troposphere. Lowest layer of the atmosphere, it is near the earth. That's the reason. Okay. However, we don't feel this pressure. Means we don't feel this pressure. Air pressure is there, but we don't feel it. Okay, and our body too, even our body also to counter this pressure. Okay, atmospheric pressure is measured by instrument. This pressure is also measured by instrument that is called the barometer. Okay, what is this instrument called, children? Barometer. And the unit by which it is measured, that is the millibar. Means instrument which is used to measure the air pressure, that is called the barometer, children, and unit by which it is measured, that is the millibar, as it is given the picture in your book also. Is it clear? So air pressure, as we have discussed, that it is like temperature is not uniform everywhere, children. It is influenced by the altitude of a place. If we are talking about, it is highest at the sea level and decreases with increasing height. Okay, the temperature at any place also affects the pressure condition. Its pressure condition. We are talking about a temperature at any of the place, which is also affect its pressure condition. Where temperature is high, air is hot. Okay, which place as temperature is high, air is hot, and it expands and rise, creating a low pressure. Okay, but where temperature are low, air pressure is high. Okay, atmospheric pressure is also influenced by the rotation of the earth. Children, we are talking about the factors. Okay, the movement of air always taken place from high pressure area to low pressure area. The movement of air, children, always take place from high pressure area to low pressure area. Okay, Now we are talking about the children, wind. Air in motion is called wind. What is called wind? Air in motion is called wind. Difference in atmospheric pressure helps wind to blow. Okay, what is helps to wind to blow, children? Difference in atmospheric pressure. It's depend on the place. Okay, wind direction is measured by instrument, okay, which is known as the wind vane. The wind direction is also measured by instrument, and that instrument is called, children, wind vane. Its speed is measured by anemometer. Okay, means the direction of the wind is measured by the instrument. That instrument is called the wind vane, and its speed, what is the speed of that wind that helps to measure that instrument is anemometer. Is it clear, children? There are broadly three types of winds, children. Permanent winds, season winds, and local winds. Details about the three types of winds and another remaining topics. So as you people are not having any doubt, again and again in every video I always said to you people, please children ask to us today what are the topics we have discussed, children. Significance of the atmosphere, okay, weather and climate, means what is the difference between weather and climate, temperature, okay, how it is measured, what are the instrument of that, what are the factors of the temperature, air pressure, how is it measured, what is the instrument of the air pressure, that all we have discussed, and wind. Before that, in first part, children, we have studied about the atmosphere, okay, structure of the atmosphere, what are the layers of that, okay, troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, exosphere. So these all, children, it's required to read the book again and again. I'm telling you, please read the book and listen the video one time, two time. Okay, then only the topics will be clear better. Okay, because in the next class the same things will be there, but more details will be given. But the basic thing, if you will not know, so it will be very difficult to understand the another topics also, if it is given in detail also. So you should know that if you will know the ABCD, then only you can write down to 2-3 words. When you will know the 2-3 words of the letters of the word, then only you can make the sentence the same way. Okay, so next part you will get remaining whatever the remaining topics are there in that. So till then, be safe, take care, children. In next part I am going to give the